Part 3. The Call at the Mountain. The backside of the desert. For 40 long years, the fire in Moses' heart was banked by the dust of the Midian wilderness. The former prince of Egypt, the impulsive killer who had fled the throne's shadow, that settled into the quiet, unassuming life of a shepherd. He kept the flocks of his father-in-law, Jethro, the priest of Midian. Day in and day out, his world was reduced to the bleating of sheep, the dry expanse of the rocky desert, and the vast, silent sky. One day, leading his flock far beyond the usual pastures, Moses guided them to the very edge of the desert, reaching a towering, sacred place known as the mountain of God Horeb. It was here, in the utter silence of the wilderness, that the silence of God broke. The fire that did not consume. Suddenly, a blinding, inexplicable sight appeared before him. The angel of the Lord manifested in a flame of fire, blazing out from the center of a common thorn bush. Moses stopped, his shepherd's staff dropping slightly as he stared. The bush was engulfed in fierce, licking flames, yet it was not consumed. The leaves remained green, the wood untouched. Moses, drawn by this impossible spectacle, spoke to himself, "I will now turn aside and see this great sight, why the bush is not burnt." As Moses turned aside to investigate, the Lord saw his curiosity and answered his desire. A voice, not the crackle of fire, but the sound of absolute authority, called out from the midst of the bush, "Moses, Moses." Humbly, Moses responded, "Here am I." The voice commanded, "Draw not nigh hither. Put off thy shoes from off thy feet, for the place whereon thou standest is holy ground." In an instant, Moses understood that he stood not before a mere phenomenon, but before the divine presence. He quickly averted and hid his face, terrified to look upon God. The unveiling of I Am. God continued, speaking words that resonated with the history of his people. "I am the God of thy father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob." The God of the covenant had descended. He confirmed the cry that had risen from Egypt. "I have surely seen the affliction of my people which are in Egypt, and have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters. For I know their sorrows, and I am come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them up out of that land unto a good land and a large, unto a land flowing with milk and honey." The mission was revealed, and it was epic. "Come now therefore, and I will send thee unto Pharaoh, that thou mayest bring forth my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt." The shepherd who had spent decades trying to forget his past was suddenly confronted by the past, the present, and the terrifying future. Moses protested immediately, fueled by 40 years of fear and self-doubt. "Who am I, that I should go unto Pharaoh, and that I should bring forth the children of Israel out of Egypt?" God's response was the only certainty Moses needed. "Certainly I will be with thee." As a token of this commission, God promised a future assembly. "When thou hast brought forth the people out of Egypt, ye shall serve God upon this mountain." But Moses, still searching for an anchor, asked the ultimate question. "Behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, and shall say unto them, The God of your fathers hath sent me unto you, and they shall say to me, What is his name? What shall I say unto them?" The Lord then revealed a name that defined all existence and all time. "I am that I am." He instructed Moses, "Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I Am hath sent me unto you. The Lord God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, hath sent me unto you. This is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all generations." The blueprint for confrontation. God then gave Moses the precise blueprint for the mission. He was to gather the elders of Israel and tell them the Lord had visited them and seen their oppression. He would tell them that God intended to bring them out of the affliction of Egypt and into the land flowing with milk and honey. "And they shall hearken to thy voice," God promised. Next, Moses and the elders were to go to the king of Egypt and say, "The Lord God of the Hebrews hath met with us. And now let us go, we beseech thee, 3 days' journey into the wilderness, that we may sacrifice to the Lord our God." But God knew the heart of the Pharaoh. "I am sure that the king of Egypt will not let you go, no, not by a mighty hand. And I will stretch out my hand, and smite Egypt with all my wonders which I will do in the midst thereof, and after that he will let you go." The confrontation would not be easy. It would be catastrophic, but the victory would be complete. Not only would they leave, but they would leave wealthy. "I will give this people favor in the sight of the Egyptians, and it shall come to pass, that, when ye go, you shall not go empty." But every woman shall borrow of her neighbour and of her that sojourneth in her house jewels of silver and jewels of gold and raiment, and ye shall put them upon your sons and upon your daughters, and ye shall spoil the Egyptians. The humble shepherd, Moses, now stood commissioned by the eternal I Am, destined to confront the most powerful empire on earth and lead a nation to freedom.